Hello and welcome back to All the Dice. Well, here we are. This is it, the grand finale of our D&D for Beginners guided journey. We've talked about dice, we've talked about rules, but today we get to the most important part of all. We're talking about the heart and soul of the game, the actual experience of playing Dungeons and Dragons.
And I think this quote really sets the stage perfectly. See, D&D isn't just a game you sit down to play. It's a world you and your friends actually get to build. It's this amazing shared, creative space that only comes to life when you're all there together. That is the real magic. So where does all that magic begin? It starts with the people. At its core, D&D is a social game. It's built on teamwork, on laughing together, on creating these incredible moments, and on telling a story that belongs to every single person at the table. Your party isn't just a list of characters. It's the engine that makes the whole thing go. And you know what's so wild is that after all the time we've spent talking about rulebooks, the single most important rule isn't written down anywhere. This game is so much more than mastering regulations. It's about a conversation, a creative back and forth between you, your fellow players, and the dungeon master. Okay, so if the most important rule isn't in a book, then how do you actually play the game well? Well, it all comes down to this sort of unwritten agreement, a social contract that makes sure everyone is having an absolute blast. Think about pretty much any other game you play, right? Video games, board games, they're usually competitive. It's player versus player. You win because somebody else loses. D&D just throws that whole idea out the window. It's player with player. The only way to succeed is by working together to overcome whatever crazy challenges the world throws at you. Which, of course, leads us to the million-dollar question. It's one I get from new players all the time. If there's no high score, no leaderboard, how do you actually win D&D? What's the end game here? And the answer, honestly, is just beautiful. You win by creating an amazing story together. That's it. If you have a moment, a heroic victory, a hilarious disaster, a tough choice that you'll all be talking about for years, then congratulations, you all just won. So being a great player has nothing to do with having the most powerful character. Not really. It's about being a great teammate. It's making sure everybody gets a chance to be awesome. It's cheering when your friend pulls off something incredible. It's leaning into the story. And above all else, making sure that the whole group is having fun. That's the goal. Now, a single night of D&D is fantastic, but the real magic happens when you let the story grow over time. So let's talk about how these one-off adventures can become something so much bigger. And we call that a campaign. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a season of your favorite TV show. Each game session is like one episode, sure, but when you string them all together, you get this amazing, sprawling story where your characters grow, the world changes because of what you do, and the stakes just keep getting higher. It almost always starts small, right? The first chapter might just be clearing some goblins out of a cellar. No big deal. But then, the goblin boss has a strange map, and suddenly the plot thickens. That map leads you on another adventure, which connects to another, and before you know it, you're in the middle of an epic saga, and the fate of the entire world is in your hands. It all grows from those first small choices. All right, you get the philosophy, you're hyped for the story, so what do you do now? This is the fun part. Let's talk about how you can take all this excitement and actually start your very first game. Because all this theory is great, but D&D is a game of doing. It's time to stop just learning about it and actually start creating. So, are you ready to write your own legend? Finding a group to play with can feel like a quest in itself, but I promise you have so many options. The easiest place to start is just grabbing some friends. But if that's not in the cards, your friendly local game store is an amazing place to meet people. And of course, there are tons of online communities full of players looking for a new adventurer just like you. Your table is out there waiting for you. Now, if you want my personal recommendation for the absolute best, easiest way to dive in, you have got to check out the D&D starter set. It is perfect. It's got basic rules, pre-made characters, dice, everything you need, including a fantastic first adventure. It's literally designed to hold your hand through that first game. It's your first quest, all ready to go, right in a box. And I think that's the most important thing to remember. The books are guides, the dice are just tools, but the story is all you. It's just sitting there, waiting for you to tell it. So, even though this is the end of our guided journey into the why of D&D, this isn't goodbye. Not even close. In fact, we're about to start a whole new chapter, and we are so excited to announce our next series.
Get ready for our D&D for Beginners Character Creation Guide. It's a brand new 4-part series based on the 5th edition rules, where we will literally walk you step by step through making your very first hero. We're going to cover everything: picking your race and class, figuring out all those numbers and ability scores, creating a cool backstory, and we'll finish with a hands-on tutorial where we fill out a character sheet together.
Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. If you are as excited as I am to build your first character, please make sure you subscribe to All the Dice so you don't miss a single episode. Give this a like if it helped you out, and please head down to the comments. I would absolutely love to hear about the first character you're dreaming up. Until next time, happy adventuring!